The power reserve indicates the autonomy of a movement, or more specifically of a watch. In this particular instance, we're looking at a power reserve with an autonomy of 1 week.
Ça comprend la semaine, l'espace de la semaine, la définition de l'espace-temps.
As is traditional in this profession, this has led us to develop an autonomy of 8 days.
Ça nous a amené à faire des longues durées qui ont une autonomie de 8 jours. 8 jours. Pourquoi?
Why 8 days? Well, the 8th day is really a safety net, in case we forget to wind our watch once a week, usually on a Sunday. For the watch to have a long power reserve, we obviously need to make room for the mainspring. All the potential energy is there, stored inside a cylinder, and this cylinder has to be of a certain size to have this 8-day autonomy.
Une dimension donnée pour pouvoir avoir une autonomie de 8 jours. On a augmenté la partie.
We've increased the active part of the spring to ensure a regular rate, and because the spring has a characteristic curve, to ensure we're in this functional part. We also have to find, within this curve, the flattest section possible, so there won't be too great a difference in potential. Being in this relatively flat part will give the watch a more regular rate, which is the whole point. In the history of technology and techniques, there's always room to progress, to discover something new.
I
think that if we find a new alloy for the mainspring, then we could perhaps develop a power reserve of more than 8 days. We could make a watch with, well, why not, an autonomy of up to 1 month. To know where the movement is, whether it's used up half or 3/4 of its autonomy, there's a power reserve indicator which can be consulted at leisure to see how much autonomy is left.
À tout loisir, vous savez où vous en êtes avec son autonomie. Elle a une relation un peu intime avec l'objet, avec la montre.
There's quite an intimate relationship with the object, with the watch. This is what gives a mechanical watch its particular characteristic. The relationship you have with a mechanical watch is completely different to the one you might have with a watch with a quartz movement.